How to Start a Presentation by Tess Pereira. When starting a presentation, there's a lot of things to consider before you even start. Think about who your audience is, where you're giving your presentation, and make sure you are wearing something appropriate. When you start your presentation, make sure you are happy and enthusiastic even if you don't care about your topic at all. If you are enthusiastic, your audience will be more interested. The beginning of the presentation is one of the most important pieces when presenting. If you have a poor beginning, your audience won't pay attention from the start, which is not what you want to happen at all. Here are a few examples of different ways to start a presentation. The first one, state a fact. Start by telling an interesting fact that will stick with your audience, and they will remember it. You can try telling a joke, but sometimes those are hard because everyone tends to have a different sense of humor. If you tell a fact that is usually unknown by most people, then it remains in the audience's head the entire presentation, and they might even tell their friends about the fact and who told it to them, which is a way for you to get your name out. Another one you can consider is by telling a story that draws your audience in and allows them to really pay attention. Usually, telling a personal story is one that sticks more and can have the audience relate more and get a feel for the speaker. Telling a personal story about your own failures or successes is more interesting to listen to than telling a story about someone you don't even know. Another way you can start your presentation is by asking a thought-provoking question. You can ask a question that really makes the audience think. If you start your presentation off with a question and you yourself gradually answer it, then your audience will most likely stay with you the entire time because they want to know your answer. The question can also linger in the audience's head on how or what their answer themselves would be. Another great way to start your presentation is by citing a quote. You can cite a quote that ties into your presentation, and if you find one that basically sums up your entire presentation in one quote, that is the perfect one to use. Citing a quote can also link you with your audience because you could be talking to a group of people who enjoy the same author or person who stated that quote. Another way is to start with a news headline. You can talk about a recent headline or news article that has to do with your presentation. If anyone in the audience keeps up with the news, saying a recent headline is another way for you to connect with the audience as well as have them pay attention. Most people actually care about the news, and telling them an update or recent news about your topic might allow them to leave your presentation and research more on the topic you just presented them. If you're using visuals in your presentation, you can show an interesting photo that also has to do with it. It can really draw the audience in, and they can look at it while you talk about it and really get a nice visual of what the presentation is going to be about. Visuals allow the audience to not just have to look at you the entire time. It lets them have a chance to look at something else while they listen to you, so they don't get bored of looking at the same thing for quite a long time. Putting a video in the presentation is also an easy way for people to pay attention because obviously everyone is going to want to watch what you're playing, especially if you, as a speaker, think it's an important video. There are countless ways to starting a presentation, but knowing which one to use is also something that is hard to determine. Making sure you use the best one for a certain topic is something that is tough, and making sure you use the correct starter is something that everyone has trouble with. For example, you don't want to tell a joke about a serious topic, and you don't want to tell a story or state a news headline that has nothing to do with your topic and might not even be going on at the time. Choosing the correct presentation starter is a very important piece of your presentation, and everyone should know how to use them. I hope that all of these different speech starters have given you an idea on how to start your next presentation that will grab your audience's attention from the start. Thank you.